You gotta give a little, take a little.
What's up, everyone? I'm Jaren, and today we are talking about Orphan First Kill. This movie is directed by William Brent Bell, who has done movies like Stay Alive and The Boy, which, in my opinion, are two completely underrated movies. Here we got Julia Stiles, Rosie Sutherland, Hiro Kanagawa, and reprising her role as the antagonist, Isabelle Fuhrman. About 2 years before the first movie, we follow Esther as she orchestrates a brilliant escape from an Estonian psychiatric facility, and she travels to America impersonating the missing daughter of a wealthy family. Now, before we get into this review, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my friend Myja Bayle, who has been very passionate about music, pursuing a career in it, and just building her portfolio. And at the same time, she's a full time mom. And I'm so proud of her for just sticking with her dreams all the way through. And she recently released her new music video, Butterflies. If you're into a lot of lo fi hip hop, it's very relaxing to listen to, trust me. But yeah, big love, shout out, and support for her. Go ahead and check out her stuff. Getting into the review, I personally think that the tagline, First Kill, is rather misleading because we start the movie off with Esther at the Sarn Institute already, and well, she had to kill a family to get there, and it's pretty much the same beat for beat setup. It's been 13 years since the original Orphan movie, and the long awaited prequel has finally found a home on the Paramount Plus platform. And you know what? By now, you would think that the filmmakers would have gone the route of rebooting this franchise, but they took a long shot and they were able to get the original actress back, Isabelle Fuhrman, to play Esther. Now, if you haven't seen the original Orphan movie, I suggest you click away, go check it out for yourself, because everything that I'm about to talk about, what I'm about to refer to, all revolves around the ending reveal of the first movie, even though it's a prequel, trust me. Honestly, I don't think anyone would have given a shit nor shown any interest for another Orphan installment, let alone a prequel, if they had gone with another actress. Now, this was a risk. Isabelle Fuhrman was now 25, and she was asked to play a 10-year-old character, who's really 30, but I mean, that's all because of the dwarfism condition. Fuhrman's return was an absolute treat. I love her performance in this role, and because this is a prequel, her con of deceit is rather rough. You get to see her fumble and just make mistakes on lying, and soon enough, she gets to perfect all this act. Now, I'm not 100% sure if they used any digital de-aging, but the practicality of using makeup, camera tricks for her height, or even using a body double during action scenes, it really added an advantage to the story. But there were some times, I have to admit, that I was brought out of the experience because the size of her face and the way her eyes are, you can tell that after 13 years, the actress has aged. Julia Stiles was surprisingly good in this movie. And I mean, horror movies aren't really her forte. I mean, she was really well known in her earlier career for comedies and dramas, as well as she did the Jason Bourne movies at some point. And when she did dip into horror, she did like at the top of my head, that shitty 2006 Omen movie, and she didn't really do much but to be like the damsel in distress. And in here, she has a lot to do, and I very much appreciate her for it. The quality of suspense has dipped in comparison to the first movie, but at least you still get some decent and startling kill scenes. The scenes that have made you uncomfortable in the first one, and I'm talking about the scenes where she would self harm to fake a bruise, or when she would come onto John or come onto the older man, the whole flirtatious thing. That is definitely toned down as far as the elements that are being leaned towards, because it's still there, the subtext is still there, but you can rest assured that you won't feel as icky after watching those type of scenes. Although this movie kind of worked in more of Esther's favor, 30 minutes in, I was just feeling the fatigue of, we were following beat for beat in story of the first one. And I was like, what more does the story have to offer? Why am I watching this particular movie? And we know that she's wearing her emotions on her sleeves. She's dangerous, is able to kill people and outsmart people. But what more can this bring the story full circle? And then the 40-minute mark hit, and I was like, holy shit. The plot has taken a different direction. It came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it, and I'm speechless. I am loving every minute of it. Now, having said that, there are some consistencies that I wish drove the runtime just a little bit longer, because by the time we reach to the ending of the movie, a lot of it just kind of falls short. I wasn't completely satisfied or fulfilled with it. I like that the writer decided to put obstacles in front of Esther and really raise the stakes, but therein we get a lot of these ideas, we get a lot of these elements that could have been more fleshed out, and before you know it, the movie is about to wrap things up and things don't come to fruition. We're conditioned to think that prequels will be nowhere near as good as our original movies, but that doesn't mean you don't have to like them. I mean, look at movies like Prey or Pearl that have come out in the last few months. They're both prequels and they both have something enjoyable and refreshing to offer in pair of our predecessors. Now, Orphan First Kill doesn't break new ground, but it's not that bad either. Alright, guys, that's all I got to say about that movie. Go ahead and check it out on Paramount Plus, which is streaming, or wherever you watch movies, including Blu-ray and DVD. I'm Jaren Ugbanawag. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews, and I will see you guys at the movies. Take care.
That's the story of, that's the glory of love.